have to stand up strong, face the truth about themselves, to understand what went wrong. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way to stand up, stand up, stand up.
Uniting the races with truth instead of dividing them with lies. We also are rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man. I am Jesse Lee Peterson. Good morning. How y'all? You can get involved by calling 888-7753-773, 888-77-JESSE, Jesse, Jesse. And my brand new biblical question for this week is a doozy. Has the Christ resurrected in you? Has the Christ resurrected in you? Have you ever wondered that about yourself? Know thyself, right? Has the Christ resurrected in you? An amazing question for those folks, people who want to know themselves. Most don't, but for those who do. We have every way that you can watch and support the show listed on jesseleepeterson.com/show, jesseleepeterson.com/show. And if you're running around, but you would love to hear the show as it is happening, but you got to go and do what you got to do. Where there's take your kids to school because you just don't love them and you don't want to raise them at home, and you'd rather be out working and getting your ego fulfillment because the kids doesn't give you credit. And so you don't feel important, so you send them off to school, right? So if you're doing that, whatever you're doing, working out or whatever, you can podcast and listen to the show on your phone by calling the listen line on TalkStream Live at 605-615-4131, 605-615-4131. And to donate and have your comments read out loud, go and buy me on coffee.com/JLP Talk. Buy me on coffee.com/JLP Talk or Bond JLP Cash App. Bond JLP Cash App. And don't forget to like these videos. Hit the like button right now. That way you remember. And also, it is Tuesday again. And every Tuesday, hee-haw, is so that we don't completely forget America and we don't forget when country music was country music. We have Country and Western Tuesday.
All my thoughts, well, they've all been lies.
They let me down every single time
Because the devil's been making homes
inside my head.
good, the bad, the glad, the sad. If I could let them all go and give them to God, well, maybe he'd take this anger from my soul. And I shine like a light that's too bright to see. And I can lean on God so he can lean on me. Forgiveness, righteous, perfect peace.
Amazing. Amazing. I'm sending a note to my producer. Amazing. I wait on my producer to respond to the note. Hold on a minute, I forgot something. Okay. So it is Country and Western Tuesday. And to know yourself, all right? You got to know yourself if you want to be free. I understand. Most people don't want to be free. Do you know that most human beings, not all, but most, except for those men and women who are working on themselves, they love the thrill of revenge. It feels like life to them. And they call it life because when they're getting that thrill, to them, it feels like life. And so most people don't want to let go of the false life to have true life. That's why you have to let people be, as long as they're not personally touching you, hurting you, personally, physically. You have to let them be because they are what they want to be. They love the misery of life, and they call it of death, and they call it life. You can't change anyone. You can't even change yourself, all right? So you definitely can't change anyone. So leave people alone. Don't resent them. I over the weekends, I think it was Hate sent me a video, a country and western video. Did you send that to me, Hate?
I did not.
Oh, somebody sent that to me, a country and western video. And so I watched it. I finally watched it. It doesn't matter who sent it to me, but someone did. And I listened to it, and it was amazing. But what it reminded me of when I saw it and listened to it, the music, the singing, the words in the song just reminded me of the way country and western music was at one time. And most people don't know, and I don't know if they will ever know, that once upon a time, country and western music was the thing. It was it. I grew up in Alabama, as you know, on a plantation. And on that plantation, for a while, we could only get country and western music because we didn't have the electrical wires running down through the plantation. So we had to put the little clothes hanger on the radio or the TV with the radio. And we can only get country and western music. But in those days, when America was an amazing country, country and western music was really, really interesting in that the musicians would sing about their lives, what was going on in their lives and their family lives. And then the guitar playing and the music playing was amazing. And so it was an amazing music. We started to eventually get soul music and all that too. And so I saw this video and it reminded me of that. So I'm like, wow, country and Western music, this is how it used to be. And this music, though, that they sent me had a little jazz in it and whatever else that came with it. So I understood that. A little rock in it. So I sent the video to a few people who knows about country and Western Tuesday. And so it was like a test, but not a bad test, but a test to see what they would think about country and Western music. And I'm thinking that when they saw the video, their first thought would be, wow, country and Western Tuesday. And not one of them thought of that. Not one out of all that I sent it to, not one of them thought country and Western Tuesday. Is this what country and Western music used to sound like? Not one. Some of the guys responded by saying, oh, when she cried, because the guy was crying in the movie over his son, the loss of his family, his son and daughter, but especially his son. And in the performance, right? And so he would cry. So some of the people said, oh, when she cried, she lied. The audience, some people in the audience were crying. So they're like, oh, it was too emotional. It was this or that. And what did you think of it, Hey?
I really liked it. Fortunately for me, I was mostly just listening to it and not watching it.
Oh, okay.
But then eventually I did look at it. It was a little bit spoiled because I saw somebody's reaction in advance. I saw a few people's reaction in advance. Yeah. But that part, but really it wasn't spoiled at all. Other than that I knew one thing to expect about it.
But you didn't know country and Western Tuesday didn't cross your mind?
Not in the slightest.
Some people say, oh, it's AI. And I can detect, even though I'm becoming accustomed to AI, I can detect it was AI generated. You can kind of see that. But I didn't know the whole thing was AI. But my only thing, it just reminded me of country and Western. But what I learned from that, I realized from that every person that listened to it automatically went into their imagination about it. Thoughts. Oh, it's AI. Oh, it means this or it means that. And blah, blah, blah. Don't you find this interesting that the people went into their thoughts about it? And no one saw that it was. But then I realized maybe the people that I sent it to had never known about real country Western music.
I went deep into my thoughts about it.
Oh, you did?
Mm-hmm. Because it was a thought-provoking song.
Oh.
The lyrics, the meaning.
But it did bring back memory that that's how country Western music was at one time.
Not at all. I grew up Christian. On Christian music.
And you guys were not even allowed to listen to country Western music?
It's not that we weren't allowed. It just didn't even hardly come up, other than like the Dukes of Hazzard a little bit.
Oh. But country Western music was not like sin music.
That's what you think. It had beer.
Huh?
It had beer, women.
But you never saw country Western music.
I heard about stuff.
Oh.
My achy, breaky heart.
Okay. But anyway, it was it reminded me of that, even though it was AI generated and all that. And most people focus on the music, the lyrics, and the AI thing. which was my least concern. But anyway, it was another idea, example of how all thoughts are all lies all the time about anything. And so it's best to have a wait and see. And just don't believe thoughts about anything. Not even about the truth. You can't think about the truth. Because when you think about the truth, all you're going to ever do is intellectually, if someone asks you about the truth, you're just going to repeat what you've heard about the truth. Isn't that amazing? Like repeating the Bible. Bible, whether Quran reading, Jewish reading, all kind of reading. They just repeat intellectually and about the truth, but in their mind they think they know the truth because they're intellectually speaking the truth about the truth. Isn't that amazing? It's amazing. The mind is a terrible thing to save. Terrible. Don't save the mind. Anyway, that was an interesting experiment. Last week, yeah, we told you about a guy who he and his wife had a bunch of flags around their homes in support of Donald Trump and America, and it was the whole front of the house appeared to be just covered with American flags and Donald Trump supporter. And according to the report, one of the neighbors got mad about it, according to the report. And he went over and attacked the man and knocked him out or something. And the guy ended up in the hospital. Well, according to Fox 5, this guy has died. And they say that he was an Army veteran known for the American flag and Trump display outside of his home in Escondido. He died after the attack, according to Fox 5. Watch this.
In Escondido, an Army veteran known for his large Trump displays and American flags outside his home has died.
He was brutally attacked last week, with the suspect allegedly beating him and then stomping on his head before a witness stepped in. Our Sarah Barker spoke with the victim's wife and has more.
Right now, I don't know what I don't can say anything, only I feel a lot of pain in my heart. That's it.
Maria Sharon dealing with the heartbreaking loss of her husband, Kerry Sharon, a 69-year-old Army veteran.
Kerry was a Trump supporter, but he was a patriot first. And he was a strong believer in freedom of speech. And when people would approach him and give him any guff over his opinions, he didn't let it get under his skin. He would just say they're entitled to their free speech just like I am.
Kerry died from his injuries Sunday night after being attacked last week outside of his Escondido home. Known for its large American flag displays and supporting President Donald Trump.
If you don't agree, it doesn't give you the right to vandalize or do violence, and that goes both sides.
Thank you.
There's too much violence.
Amazing. This must be a new way of fighting. I've noticed now in most of the things that we show here and that I see in the news, people knock you out and then they stomp you on your head and your face and your body parts. Is that a new way of fighting? Because in the good old days, when boys were boys, and men were men, they would fist fight and just, hit you out and that's it. But now people stomp each other, or they stomp the people that they knock out. Is that like popular on the internet or something? Where did that come from? They don't fight like men anymore.
Yeah, in the days of honorable fighting, if there is such a thing, it was one-on-one, and you don't kick the man when he's down.
Right.
But now they mob guys. This is a different situation from this story, of course.
Right. Yeah, I'm just talking about overall,
Yeah.
or generally.
They mob people, these young teens, we'll say, and stomp on their head and all kinds of stuff.
So are they
and men versus women? It was considered not honorable to just go crazy on a weaker person.
So are they seeing this in the movies or something? How did this begin? How did this come about? That's the way to fight.
It's very. You see videos of it all the time.
So that's what it is.
Social
it's
media
video
videos.
influenced.
I mean, somebody must have started it. Who invented this? Maybe it just came about just with the rage that these young people have. And it's you know how women don't fight fair? These people are raised, I think, by women more.
Oh.
And they're not, and men are less prone to fight, less prone to hit.
All my born days, I never seen a fight where when the person fall out or knocked out, you stomp them and kick them and stuff like that. You tend to, the fight is over if that should happen.
Yeah.
If they should be knocked out or fall out. What a mess. Concerning this story we're talking about, the neighbor stood outside his home. This guy that was killed, according to a report, Escondido. The neighbor stood outside his home, and his wife says she feels bad for the suspect's family.
So it's just it's a sad day.
God bless Carrie. God bless Maria.
Now friends and neighbors are standing outside of his home, just as he would be doing this Memorial Day weekend.
Used to see him every morning when I'd go pick up grandkids, and I would stop by on the way back and talk to him sometimes.
We've had people drive by, lots of support, and then there's a few that drive by like they act like they're going to run into you, and they're flipping you off, or they're wailing on the horn all angry, and that needs to stop. It needs to stop. You can have a different belief, but you don't have to threaten people.
Even as Maria goes through the pain of losing her husband, she says she feels bad for the suspect's family.
I feeling bad for the mother, for the guy who do that, because for him too, because I ruined his life. Have a kid, have a girlfriend, have a mom. I'm feeling bad for her, but the stuff he do with my husband is terrible.
The suspect, 32-year-old Thomas Butler, pleaded not guilty in court on Friday when he faced charges of attempted murder.
Amazing. So the guy that's dead, according to this report, his wife feel bad for the suspect's family. So I'm wondering out loud, what good is that doing them or her? I'm just trying to figure it out. Her husband dead, she feel bad for the suspect's family. But I want you to hear, according to this report, Derek, my producer, says that's love. What love got to do with it, Derek? He black. But according to this story from the New York Post, the family doesn't appear to be feeling bad for themselves, according to the report, unless I'm reading it wrong. So remember how this woman said I feel bad for the suspect's family. All ego. Ain't no love in that, that's for sure. Well, according to the New York Post, the New York Post has reported, according to the suspect's wife, he has a history of mental health illness, quote unquote, according to the wife. So he has a history of mental health illness. And according to the report from the New York Post, it became violent for our family, according to the wife, according to the New York Post. So it was best we were in separate households. And the wife, according to the New York Post, is planning to divorce him. Where's the love in that? Now that he's done this, you're going to dump him. Well, it sounds like they were already dumped because they live in a separate household. And so tell me again why the woman should be feeling bad for the family? They don't even feel bad for themselves if this is true. What a mess. This is hell on earth. And then the woman was, that woman that was saying that don't be so violent, people honking their horn and giving them the finger and all that. This is not going to change, folks. This is hell on earth. You, as an individual, have to overcome hell. Human beings are not going to change until they want to change from hell to heaven. It's not going to change. Why don't you wake up and realize that this is hell on earth inside of every human being? And only a few will overcome hell. Hank is telling me something. What you say me?
Google says that the suspect was is, I guess, a Republican and a Trump supporter, just like the neighbor whom he attacked.
So why did you attack him there?
Police believe it was completely random, like a mental break or something like that, and not politically motivated.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the wife, according to the New York Post, said that he had mental health illness.
Yeah, the suspect's wife.
Everybody crazy.
Soon to be ex-wife, I guess.
Everybody crazy except baby Jessica's daddy.
Navy veteran, I believe.
What?
A Navy veteran, I believe.
Navy?
Yeah, the 32-year-old man.
Oh. So, New York Post, here is his wife. His wife told the New York Post that her husband, Thomas Butler, that's the guy that had been accused of doing this, 32 years old, acted violently toward his family and dangerously mixed alcohol with medication frequently. And so here's a picture of Thomas Butler's family. Oh, he was white? I thought he was black.
What? No.
Wow. And here's the image of Thomas Butler. He a Star Wars guy, too. Not a Star Wars guy. How come I thought he was black?
I have no idea.
All thoughts are all lies all the time, and I'll be back in a moment. Check out Punchy's coffee. I have my own coffee now. Punchy coffee is good. Every bag is roasted to order. Freshest flavor. Top quality. Specialty grade beans. Good. Every dime goes back to Bond, my nonprofit. And we are rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man. So when you're drinking coffee and enjoying it, just know you're helping somebody. Amazing coffee. Punchy has his own coffee now. What the? And it's so good. All the way from the plantation to my own coffee. Who would have thought? Did that coffee come from the plantation? Did I pick my own coffee? Check it out. Go to rebuildingtheman.com, rebuildingtheman.com/stores, and get Punchy's coffee. Amazing. Welcome back. 888-77-53-773. If ever we needed you, Lord, we need you now. It's amazing. Couple announcements. Check out our merch. Really amazing merch. I'm so happy for it. Coffee. We have the 250-year anniversary coin now, which is amazing. And then we have Punchy's coffee. Good. My own coffee. And then we have my books. My books are amazing. The Antidote is only on Kindle right now. You can't. It's not in paperback. We sold out. We got to have another reprint done. But all the other books, you can get them in paperback. These 7 guaranteed steps to spiritual, family, and financial success guide. From raised to responsibility, scam. How the black leadership exploits black America. And yes, I will sign them for you. I will sign them if you like, to whomever you like. And then we have mugs and T-shirts. And white history shirts are coming soon. Not now. July is White History Month, so we're getting ready for that. But we have tote bags and mugs and whatever. So go to jesseleepeterson.shop. jesseleepeterson.shop or rebuildingtheman.com/stores. rebuildingtheman.com/stores. And then thank you for donating to what we're doing too, helping us to help others. 503c1. 501. I'm going to wait till they put it up there and I'll see. 501c3 nonprofit. You can mail it in, make a check of money all out to Bond. We've been doing it now for 36 years, the nonprofit, Rebuilding the Family by Rebuilding the Man. You can make a check of money order out to Bond and send it to Bond at P.O. Box 35090, LA, California, 90035. Or you can call 800-411-2663. Or you can go to jesseleepeterson.shop. And last but not least, you can scan the QR code to support Bond. All right? Amazing. And thank you all in advance. Let me go to Earl out of Michigan. Earl, you are on the air.
Jesse, this is Earl.
Hey, Earl, hold on. Your phone is not clear. Hold on a minute, Earl. Let me go. In the meantime, Derek, work on that. Let me know. Let me go to Ed out of Oklahoma. Ed, you are on the air.
Hello, Jesse. How are you?
All this well, Ed.
Awesome. Hey, I got a few things actually now that I was on hold that I remembered, but the main reason I called was in one of the church sessions, y'all were talking about, someone was talking about praying to Jesus, or you asked people if they were praying to Jesus at any point, I believe. Not sure, obviously, if you remember that, but, and, you know, not to just Bible thump or anything, but in Scripture, it literally tells you there's the Lord's Prayer tells you to pray to the Father. It doesn't tell you to pray to Jesus, so that's how you could easily answer it with that. So I just wanted to point that out.
Okay. Thank you.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. I was looking at the next thing I was going to say on my phone, and because I don't have it on speaker.
Okay. I said, you said that they can pray to God and not to Jesus, right?
Well, in Scripture, I'm not saying this. I do the silent prayer.
All right.
So I'm not saying, I'm just saying when they were saying that they pray to Jesus, also if Jesus is God, I think it was a combination question you had asked. And I was just saying, in Scripture, it literally tells you pray like this, and it doesn't mention praying to Jesus in particular at all.
Even when Jesus taught the people how to pray, he taught them the Lord's Prayer. And the Lord's Prayer is the prayer is to the Father which are in heaven, not to the Son.
Correct. That's what I was saying. Yeah, Matthew 6,
right,
9, I believe it is. Yes. No, that's my exact point. It says to pray, you know. So he's literally telling them from Jesus himself to pray to the Father. So
absolutely,
that's what I wanted to point out.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Outside of that, about the deportation issue that always gets brought up and all of these things happening. I had a plan.
You mean the deportation of the illegal aliens?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I thought of a plan that I think, me personally, when you run for president, that you should implement. I think you should go back to Donald Trump's first stint in office, 2016. Anyone that's come here legally or illegally from 2016 needs to be thrown out. All of them. Not only the illegals that are here at any point need to be thrown out. And from that point, the next 100 years, don't allow anybody that's ever in this country again from another country. Everyone that's here from 2016 previously legally can stay. After that, no one for 100 years needs to come in this country anymore.
And why not? Period. Why should we throw the ones who came already, who are here already legally? Why do you want to throw them out?
There's just too many foreigners here.
Yeah.
It's just too much. And the other point on
I totally
that same
agree
topic,
that we need to definitely stop allowing any illegals to come in at all. And we need to stop legals from coming in because we need to clean up this mess. And as long as we're letting people in, the mess would never get cleaned up. It would never end. So we definitely need to just stop all illegal and legal immigration into America. I totally agree.
That's exactly my point.
Yeah.
And on the same, sort of the same topic, in my opinion, or you could implement this. Anyone in any part of our government, large or small, from the president down to local mayors, I don't care. If you don't have forefathers, not women, forefathers in this country that you can prove go back to at least the 1700s, you should not be allowed in our government.
Amazing. That is amazing. Well, I definitely don't want foreigners in our government because they're going to have the same mindset that they had in their country. And so when they
Exactly.
are allowed to be in our government, they're going to change the format of our government into their government format. And we're just going to have hell in our country. And we see that already with all the foreigners that have been allowed. Well, not, I don't know about all, but most of the foreigners who have allowed to be in our government, it needs to change. And when I become president, Ed, I will change all that. It'll be my first duty.
Yes. Awesome. And see, going back to the 1700s does not exclude black people. They've been here just as long, almost as long as the white people have, or just as long. So
that's right. Amazing.
Outside of that, and then
well, I got to run, Ed, because of time. I appreciate it.
Okay. Hey, Waylon Jennings, best country music there is. Waylon Jennings.
Country Western. Thank you, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Hi. My name is, what's that country Western guy name?
Johnny Cash.
Oh, hello. My name is Johnny Cash. Hello. My name is Johnny Cash. Remember him?
Yes.
He was a good performance, a good singer. He dead. Are you asking the question, or are you saying he is dead?
I'm referring to Waylon Jennings. Let me ask the AI. I disclaim and disavow AI. Yes, he died in 2002 at the tender age of 64 in his sleep. Diabetes-related health problems. Waylon Jennings.
May his soul rest in peace. I saw a movie with him, and it was so good.
Really?
Oh, yeah. He was singing at Fortune Prison.
No, that's Johnny Cash.
Who were we talking about?
Waylon Jennings.
Oh, I was thinking of Johnny.
Johnny Cash.
But Johnny's the one that said, hi, my name is Johnny Cash.
They're both outlaw country people, huh?
Outlaw?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
You know how outlaw is sort of country and western type criminals. They run from the law, the police.
I don't know.
They went to prison and jail and stuff, right?
But I don't know if he went to prison for real. He just performed there. Johnny Cash did.
I don't know either.
Yeah.
I had the sense that he had been into jail before.
You had the sense. How you have the sense that somebody been in jail?
I don't know. I just feel from the zeitgeist that he'd been to jail before.
I'm not aware of Johnny Cash going to jail except to perform. Now, maybe this other guy have. I don't know, because I don't know who Waylon Jennings is.
Arrested 7 times between 1959 and 1968, but never served a prison sentence.
Who?
Johnny Cash.
So he never got to jail?
Trespassing, different pills and things.
Yeah, he seemed to have had, if the story was true, he seemed to have a lot of emotional issues like everybody.
Very brief overnight stays, although he had an outlaw image in famous concerts at Folsom and San Quentin prisons. Yeah.
But he did have a lot of, like everybody got to overcome mama, so he had a lot of problems.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Johnny Cash.
Waylon Jennings was arrested, but never served time in prison, although he did have that outlaw image.
What was one of his songs?
I forget. Waylon Jennings songs. 800 songs during his career. This time, I'm a rambling man. Are you sure Hank done it this way? Good-hearted woman with Willie Nelson. Looking back, Texas. Back to the basics of love. The Wurlitzer Prize.
So Rambling Man was, Lord, I was born a rambling man, or a gambling man.
I don't know. Remember, I grew up on Christian music.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yes.
What a punishment.
I loved it at the time.
Did you forgive your parents for punishing you like that?
I didn't feel like they forced it on me. It's just what I and my siblings gravitated toward.
Okay. Amazing. 888-77 Jesse. Let me go quickly to Corey out of Michigan. Cora, you are on the air.
Hi, good morning, Jesse.
Good morning.
So, I just wanted to kind of update you with my last call situation.
Come back to your phone. It's not clear.
Sorry. Is that better?
Yes.
Okay. So I just wanted to call and update you about my last call.
And remind me, I don't know what it was.
Yeah, so basically, it was just that I wanted to kind of like remove my parents from my life and kind of start my own with my husband and stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember now.
So, my mom, I forgot I had her on Snapchat, and I posted a video this weekend of like me and my husband at a fire, and she like slid up and was like hearting it and stuff, putting hearts on it, and I just thought to myself like, I don't understand what she's not understanding about how I want space, and she just keeps on different platforms like like texting me or like stuff. So I just removed her off there, and I can clearly see that like she cannot see that like what I'm asking for, you know?
What are you asking her to be?
I asked her to give me space a long time, well, not a long time ago, but on text, and she just kind of kept texting me, so I ended up like just removing her and blocking her so I didn't have to keep telling her I wanted space. And then now she's just like texting me on different platforms.
So your mother is very aware that you don't want to be bothered with her?
Well, yes, absolutely. I told her.
And yet she won't stop?
Yeah, she keeps texting me on different platforms.
And did you have your husband talk to her and tell her to stop it?
No, I actually just removed her off this one too. I just quickly did it and just said, okay, she can't see clearly, so I just.
Why don't you have your husband call her and tell her stop harassing you according to what you're telling me? Why doesn't he call her and stand up for you?
I could have him do that, but I just kind of thought it would be easier to just remove her. I forgot I had her on Snapchat, which is like just a platform.
Oh, okay.
And so I just saw she texted me with like hearts on my story, and in my eyes I can clearly see that she's just like not comprehending what I'm asking for. And what's so funny is you're so right about mothers is because she's sending hearts in her eyes. She's just being like, oh, hey, like so cute, so fun weekend. But in reality, it's evil because her daughter, asked for a boundary, and she's not even seeing that at all. She's only seeing her will.
Well, that's because mothers are never about the children. They're always about themselves. Mothers do not love their children. When you hear that, it's not true mothers love their children. Mothers only think about themselves. So that's why they won't, not all, but most of them won't back down or stop when you tell them to, because they get their ego thrills from believing that they love their children when they really don't.
Right. And I know you said, too, like, once you forgive, it is kind of best to, like, move on and kind of start, your own thing, especially if you have a husband, because parents can interfere with your marriage.
Well, even the Bible says that the husband should take his wife far away from her family and his family and start his own family.
Yes, amen. And you know what? And my dad, my dad texted me. I never asked my dad for space, but he naturally kind of gives me space. Like, my dad doesn't really call like that, which I appreciate. But I did text him because they are married, and I was like, well, he texted me that it was his birthday and he missed me, and I just didn't know what to say. So I ended up blocking him the next day, but then it kind of didn't sit right with me. I felt like I wanted to tell him, like, hey, I just want some space in life. I don't really want a relationship right now, and I appreciate you giving me space already. And so I called him the next day, and I told him that, and he goes, I completely understand that, and I'm always here for you if you need me. And yeah, basically, I understand. And I said, Dad, I don't want to block you because I don't feel like I need to or anything. I don't really want a relationship at this point in my life. I just want to start one with Aiden and my husband and move on. And he said he completely understood that.
Right on. That's amazing. So your mother is not using your father to get to you, right?
No, but what's so funny is I said, Dad, are you alone right now? He said, no, I'm in the car with Mom. And I said, okay, well, you know what? I'll just tell you it, but I'd prefer to tell you alone, but I'll just tell you now. And what's funny is after I told my dad, and he said, okay, that's okay, honey. You know, I always love you. My mom's like, wait, can I say something in the back? And then my dad said, all right, bye, have a good day.
Oh, yeah. Amazing.
Because he already knew.
So your father called your mother Mom?
No.
Oh, I thought you said he said, I'm in the car with Mom.
Well, yeah, I guess.
So he called her Mama?
I don't really know what he said. He might have said, I think I just knew she was in the car because I could. You know why I knew? It's because the second I called, she goes, hello, hey.
So he didn't say, I'm in the car with your mom?
I don't think so. I think I knew from the beginning.
Oh,
He
okay.
was like, hey.
Amazing.
But my question for you is, I know the devil's kind of playing my mind, which I'm not listening, thanks Jesus. But, the devil's like, oh, it's wrong that you're, blocking your parents and you're still angry because you're blocking them. But I know that's the case. I don't want to listen to those thoughts, but I do want to ask you, is it wrong that I'm going about it like this and starting my own life and letting them know, hey?
And so your question for me is what?
I guess my question is, maybe I'm just solidifying my thought, which maybe I shouldn't do, but, it's not wrong to go about it like this, is it?
So if you know you're listening to the devil telling you that, why are you even questioning it?
Because sometimes I do, do you want to call my dad and say, hey, Dad, look at my new house I got. And so I still do want to, talk to him, but I also know at the same time I have a bigger want for just, no relationship at this point.
But if you know that all thoughts are all lies all the time about anything, why are you listening to thoughts instead of just being aware of them but having no communication with them at all? Why are you doing it that way?
Well, I guess it still is a thought that tells me I want to call my dad and show him this and that, So I guess that is also a thought that's playing my mind, too.
Why are you listening to thoughts? You're not telling me that. Can you hold for me?
Yes, I'll hold.
Hold on. Let me take a break. 2 more hours ago, hate news is coming right now, and I'll be back in a moment. Now, I totally disagree with the way things are going, but you can't be angry because that's what the enemy wants. He wants to control you. They do things to make you mad so they can control you. It's like being married, and the wife would do things to make you mad, or she'll do things to make you feel good. And men do that to women too when they want something from the woman, especially sex. They'll make her feel good, or they'll make her angry. And the woman's gonna have to say, you don't want to be angry. You want to speak up. You want to disagree with what's going on. It's wrong, but do not be angry. Then you won't have fear. You won't have doubt. You won't have worries. You'll be able to see, but you got to stay away from anger. That's why you must forgive your mothers and your fathers so that you can overcome the spirit of anger. It's a spirit and it's wicked. Nothing good in anger because it has no love, folks. You need love to defeat evil. And love is not a weakness. It's a strength. It's from God. It's His nature.
There's some serious mess going on in this here old world. This is the end of hour 1 of Country and Western Tuesday, the Jesse Lee Peterson Show, May 26th. Hope you had a good and nice Memorial Day, AD 2026, for the Americans. And maybe non-American people can celebrate Memorial Day as well. Hang tight, callers. There is one line open. Those of you who are not on hold, who want to get on air, can call in right now, even during Hake News, not fake news, to get on hold, to get on air with JLP. We'll get to your super chats in the coming hours, I do hope, right? And more great stories, all right? Pope Leo was talking about AI. I told you about that yesterday. If you caught Hake News yesterday on the Jesse Lee Peterson Show, the U.S. military says that they carried out a self-defense strikes in Iran, even as Trump says negotiations with Tehran are proceeding nicely. Right on Trump. And they called it self-defense strikes. And Democrats are feuding over stock trades while sharpening attacks on our greatest president, Trump. And Pope Leo, as you know, apologized for the Vatican's role in legitimizing slavery hundreds of years ago. What a mess. But that was the mouth of God. Why is he apologizing for something that came from a prior pope? I thought that all popes are the mouth of God himself. Why would you apologize for God? Doesn't make sense. Anyway, there's some serious mess going on in New Orleans and that chemical tank scare. They're saying that, as I said yesterday, they don't think that the Garden Grove chemical plant tank is going to explode now. They found a crack that's relieving pressure. Cracks are not normally good to have, but if it's relieving pressure so that it doesn't explode, that's nice, I guess, right? There are runoffs also in Texas. Okay. Now, there was a study, according to Daily Briefing of Ground News section, a section of Ground News, that mental disorders have doubled globally since 1990. And I'm thinking that it's diagnoses artificially inflating these. They're over-diagnosing, but maybe not. Okay? A lot of people are seriously crazy, too. So maybe it's both. Maybe it's unrelated. Anyway, maybe that's accounted for, I mean. But anyway, nearly 1.2 billion people worldwide now live with mental disorders, more than double the 599 million cases in 1990. Anxiety disorders surged 158%. Depression rose 131%. Since, that means more than doubled in each case, right? Since 1990, rising 100% would be doubling, right? Both peaking after the China virus. Remember when they told everybody to stay indoors? They would arrest you for going out into nature, like paddleboarding on the ocean. What? Makes no sense. But anyway, they said you're safer inside and getting fat and more susceptible to both mental and actual real disease and sickness. And it remained elevated through 2023. Mental disorders now account for over 17% of all so-called disability worldwide. Yet only 9% of people with so-called depression or anxiety receive adequate care, claim they. Women, ages 15 to 19-year-olds, they face the highest burden, they say. Government mental health spending remains just 2% of health budgets globally. You may have caught on American Anchor Baby, as well as on Punchy TV with Bill, there was this gal, stepdaughter, I think, of Kamala Harris, right? Emhoff, that woman, young lady Emhoff. She was on these SSRIs for years, just naively, never questioning it. She should have been listening to us conservatives, talking about those all these mass shootings, many of them associated with people who are freshly off their SSRIs against the stuff, you know? I don't know. Anyway, I'm James Hake. We're going to be getting back to the Jesse Lee Peterson Show, Country and Western Tuesday, Hour 2.
have to stand up strong, face the truth about themselves, to understand what went wrong. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way to stand up, stand up, stand up.
Uniting the races with truth instead of dividing them with lies. We're also rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man. I am Jesse Lee Peterson. Good morning. You can get involved by calling 888-77-53773, 888-77-JESSE. And my brand new biblical question is a mamma mia. It's a como chelivu. Has the Christ resurrected in you? Has the Christ resurrected in you? What happened to the other video where he coming out of the grave? Has the Christ, where he was being resurrected? Oh, okay. Resurrected. There you go. In you. It's an amazing question. We have every way that you can watch and support the show listed on jesseleepeterson.com/show. jesseleepeterson.com/show. And if you gotta go and do what you gotta do, you can podcast the show, but you would like to still listen to it as it is happening. It's happened to me right in front of my face. You can listen on your phone by calling the listen line on Talk Stream Live at 605-615-4131. 605-615-4131. And to donate and have your comments read out loud, go to Buy Me a Coffee. BuyMeACoffee.com/JLP Talk or Bond JLP Cash App. Bond JLP Cash App is Tuesday. And every Tuesday is Country and Western Tuesday. Bring back, oh, bring back my country to me. Bring back my country to What me. the? Who let the dogs out? Amazing. Amazing. Country and Western Tuesday. I want to go back to Cora. And Cora is trying to get her, according to Cora, her mother to back down, stay away, leave her alone. And she's announced to her father she just wants time with her family, her husband, and her family. And she's now wondering has she made the right decision. Am I right about that, Cora?
Yeah.
And so have you heard me say that all thoughts are all lies all the time about anything?
Yep.
And do you see that for yourself?
Actually, yeah, more and more every day.
And do you see it to be true or false?
I definitely see it to be a true fact, yes.
I'm sorry?
I definitely see it to be true that all thoughts are lies, yes. And I know I'm still listening to them, so that's crazy on my end, and I admit that.
Speak back into your phone.
Okay, is that better?
Yes. Don't. It sounds like you move away from it or something. But
I was, sorry.
And so why do you doubt, and now the thoughts are telling you, oh, you should do that and all that. Why are you believing that?
I think just because, like, you know, you don't see your fellow man, like, moving on with their family and blocking their parents away, and everyone's just, like, forcefully hanging around their parents nowadays, and it just kind of gets in. I'm only 21, so it is kind of like a different thing I'm doing, I guess, and that's not an excuse. I'm just telling you why. It's just I see everybody hanging around their parents and talking about mom and dad all the time, and I'm like, you know, I'm just like, don't y'all want to, like, you know, move on? No offense, but, like, you know. And so it just kind of maybe gets to my head a little bit because of that. But I know back in the day it was way different. I mean, you moved on. But I don't know. Maybe that's why, to be honest with you, if I'm being real.
But if you can truly see that all thoughts are all lies all the time,
Yeah.
why would the influence of others influence you in that way? The action of others
Yeah.
influence you if you see for yourself that thoughts are lies, and you know that the people that you're looking at, if they're doing that, they can't see, they can't help themselves. Why are you allowing the actions of others to influence you if you can see for yourself that all thoughts are all lies all the time?
I think just, you know, maybe as I'm still growing, you know, I'm still overcoming. Maybe that's why I'm not fully strong enough yet to, you know, and you know, now that I think about it, I could be a loving example for people who don't know how to navigate away from their family and are trying to. But when I believe thoughts, I'm not being that loving advocate that I could be being, that God may want me to be, because I am listening to the thoughts, you know?
But what makes you think that God wants you to be a loving example?
I don't, but I'm saying if he was, and he did want me to be for somebody trying to seek, like you say, I'm not being that because I am listening to thoughts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's I don't want that. But I do feel in my heart, like, there's not a second thought about the decision I made. Like, I know it was the right thing to do. That's why I don't know why I'm listening to thoughts. But I did give you my why if I had one. But long story short, because I know you got other callers. As far as my situation, I appreciate my dad being on board. That was great. I knew he would be. As far as my mom, you know, I don't think it's really necessary for us to call at this point because she is blocked on everything. I didn't even know I had her on Snapchat, to be honest. I didn't even know she had Snapchat. But so, like, I don't know. I guess, like, should I just, like, continue to block if she finds me on something else? I mean, like, at this point, she has to know, like, she's overstepping, I guess, right? I mean,
what do you mean? If you have told your mother to back off, you blocked her on everything, why wouldn't she know that she's doing that?
I get, you know, maybe she doesn't, and I don't know.
She does know that. What are you talking about?
Well, clearly not, because she keeps imposing.
Because
so
she
I don't
doesn't
know.
care about you at all. It's all about herself.
I know, and that sounds like my husband can't even call to tell her to stop because we blocked her on everything. I don't even know how she's even finding me on something. You know what I mean?
But why are you even concerned about losing? Oh, are you still concerned about losing insurance?
No, I'm not. You know what? When I thought about it and I said, Jesse says have a way to see, and you know what? I'm going to have a wait and see. I mean, you know, I didn't block my dad, so he has no reason to take me off. But even if I did block him and he took me off, I would have a wait and see and figure it out, you know?
So you're still concerned about your parents throwing you off the insurance?
I wouldn't say so. They did it once, and I experienced it once. So now that they did it again, I wouldn't. I overcame it the first time. I was like, oh, it sucks the first time, but I would be fine with it now, probably.
Why do you on your husband? Do you have a job?
Yeah, but if I went on my like, we're on till 26. We're on our parents' insurance till 26. Like, that's how the law works in Michigan. But if I had to go on my own, I'd have to take my husband off his, which would cause like us to have $700 more a month. Which we just bought a home at 21, so it would kind of stink. It would actually really stink, but we would make do. We always do. You know what I mean?
So you don't believe that the Spirit of Truth will provide for you? Make a way?
I don't think I've trusted that yet, and I'm being honest with myself, and I think that's important. I don't think I've fully trusted that yet, but that's why I've told myself if that ever happened again, I would love to experience, the Holy Spirit providing for me.
Do you trust your husband?
I do, yeah.
And do you
absolutely.
obey him?
Yes.
And does he tell you what to do about the insurance situation?
He would if we were in that situation, absolutely.
Okay. Amazing. And so because of time, any other questions for me?
Basically, do you just advise that I just keep moving on, excuse me, keep moving on with my life and, staying present and ignoring, just block my mom if she comes up on something and just keep moving forward?
Yes.
Okay.
But,
and then,
but
what?
that decision should be yours and yours only, but yes.
What do you mean?
About moving away from her, blocking her, and just moving on. And then don't react or respond to her at all. You need to leave the battlefield, lay your weapon down, and don't even fight with her. Just be done with her. Just don't resent her.
Yes, absolutely. And that's what's nice, too, is I've moved on from my parents with no resentment. Like, I have no feeling in my heart towards them. So that's what makes it easy, too. Like, I don't feel anything about it.
Right on.
But I did have one more super quick question while I have you. As I'm overcoming, the devil, talks to me a lot about my physical body, weird things that, can happen through my body physically. He makes me fixate on, certain things, like my heartbeat when I'm, super still, or just weird things like that. But I've noticed to watch those thoughts, too. And even if it does make me, be super aware of it and I get anxious, do I just watch that feeling and let it pass?
What other choice do you have?
None. But I just wanted to make sure, because that's the one thing lately, too, that's been, so weird. And I just, it sucks, because it's such a heavy feeling lately. And even when, I go to bed sometimes at night, that moment right there is pretty tough recently for some reason.
What moment? What moment?
Right when I'm trying to fall asleep, sometimes the devil will even, not let me fall asleep for, 4 hours straight, just because it's not even my mind's racing. It's just I can't turn off. I'm in prayer, but the devil's just he uses that time, that quiet time at night to really. But I have been noticing he has no power, and it's all a lie.
What is he telling you about your body?
He'll just make me fixate on certain things, like my heartbeat if I ever feel it, or he'll make me fixate on my swallowing, when I swallow, just weird things like that. And it's the weirdest thing. Trust me, I know, I laugh too. I'm what the heck? I don't even get it. And that's why I'm you know what Jesse says, above ourselves we can do nothing and we know nothing. I don't know what's going on through me. I'm just here, and I'm so weirded out by the things the devil makes me fixate on. So should I just watch that too?
Has the doctor told you that physically you are right?
Oh, yeah, I have. By the way, I have great blood work that just came back.
And so how will you overcome evil if you don't stop identifying with it?
Well, that's kind of my question is, when those things come up, by not identifying, do I just basically, like you told that girl the other day, just fall apart, just let it be, don't even do nothing about it?
And so if you don't just let it fall to pieces, how will you overcome it if you don't do that?
Well, I believe I am. I mean, the devil really tells me I'm dying.
You're doubting
constantly.
it. You still believe the devil then? Do you believe him when he says that?
No, but it does still feel heavy. It's the temptation is really, really tough to not go into it. Yeah,
and
but
so
I don't believe it.
When that is happening, you have the fear, and the fear is overwhelming. You have the what if, and the what if is overwhelming. You have the loneliness, you have the anger, or the resentment, or the revenge thing just happening in you. Why, if you don't let that happen and just fall to pieces, just let your whole thing fall to pieces, how will you overcome it?
I don't even know what that would look like if I let that like completely, like I am kind of scared to even like fully let that happen. Like it's just scary. And I really hope you understand what I'm saying. Like,
I do understand
I don't
clearly.
even know what could, I'm going to be honest. I feel like I might like start like tweaking, like having an exorcism if I fully like let that happen. Like, I don't even know. I'm like scared.
And who is the I am scared? Who is that?
Well, the devil.
And why are you saying I am scared then?
Well, I guess maybe I am still subconsciously thinking that is me, which may be why I feel like that's so scary to go through, because I think that's who I am.
And why are you still thinking that that's who you are? I am scared, and I'm going to fall to pieces if I let this happen. Who will I be if I don't have my fears? Who will I be if I don't have my emotions, my past or my future? Why you...
Jesse, I swear I'm trying, but you got to understand this stuff is crazy, like insane. Like, you don't, like, you do get it because you went through it, but like, I didn't know what I was getting myself into, forgiving my parents and doing all this, and now you're like, don't go back. I'm not trying to go back. I'm trying to go forward, but like, this is crazy. Like, I didn't realize how crazy I am, and it's like insane. So I guess I'm just
all human beings are crazy. That's why they treat themselves this way, and they treat others that way too, because they're crazy. They're possessed. We all are possessed until we start to overcome it, and they're crazy. Anyone with anger is crazy.
It's very dangerous to be living in this state and not be aware of it. And I just want to have encouragement to keep going, even though I feel, you know how you said, like, you have to, like, face the big devil? I don't know, but I really feel like that is around. Like, things have been very heavy and super, like, sometimes I'm even, like I had this thought about, like, choking, and now I literally, like, when I eat, like, it's hard for me to, like, sometimes eat because I'm scared of swallowing, and I don't even know how to, like, fix that. Like, I just am aware, like, I'm fine. I've never choked, but, like, just that one thought has, like, altered my way of eating, and I just, like, when those things come up, do I just have to literally just be aware? Like, the awareness will change that, right?
Do you believe that? Yes, you just need to be aware of all those things that are happening, and it's the awareness that is destroying the illusion of those things because they're not even real. Fear is not
when
even
I don't
real.
think about it, I eat normal. Like, when I don't think about it, I eat normal. But then the second I think about it, I start, like, really focusing on how I swallow my food.
Because you believe in it.
But I can't do anything about that. So I just have to watch it, even if it comes up and I'm scared.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And
that
stop
gives me more
saying,
peace.
I'm scared. There is no you to be afraid. Those are spirits, demons in you. They are afraid. But they have convinced you all your life that it was you who are afraid. And there is no you to be afraid. That's why I say you got to let yourself fall to pieces. Go about your day. Go to work. You got to live with the fear, sleep with the fear, walk with the fear, eat with the fear, drive with the fear, wake up with the fear, lay down with the fear, and do nothing about it.
It's the best thing that anyone can be doing because you are overcoming the biggest thing you'll have to overcome in your entire life.
The only thing you will have to overcome.
But you're doing the best thing you could ever do for yourself. So it's worth it, you know?
Are you trying to convince yourself?
No, I think right now, sitting here listening to you, I'm realizing, like, there's nothing I want to turn back to. Like, I want to go through this because I know on the other side of this, there has to be something different, you know?
There is something different. There is life.
I'm excited to see that, and I don't have any urge to live any other life, but it's hard, and I know that I'm not going to identify with that, but things are just heavy lately, and I know it's the devil inside me. I just need to keep listening to you and not turn away from church or the prayer or anything. But man, it's been a lot. So I'm just trying to stay present.
I understand. I totally understand. One of the reasons that, maybe two reasons, that is so difficult for you because you still believe that the fear, the thoughts and things, you still believe that is you, and because you believe it, it's still staying alive. But if you could just see that it's not you and let this thing happen, you'll be done with it.
I feel like I do see that, though. I see all the time, what is that? That is not me. I would never even think or feel like.
Right.
I do see that, but at the same time, you're right. There is a small sliver part of me that believes that this is
Right.
that because I have had my whole life, and I know I can't do anything about that. But trust me, Jesse, I really see that this is not me. Like, there's times where I'm like, what even? Like, I would never even think of that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, when it comes up on me, I feel like I'm paralyzed in like a chair, strapped down, and can do nothing. Like, that's
know
how
what
I
you mean.
feel.
Yeah, I
you know?
understand. I totally understand. But just know that it's just a thought. They're just thoughts and not you. And because you believe them, you have these emotions because you didn't catch it, and you allowed the thoughts to drop down into emotions. So it's all good emotion, bad. But they're just emotions. You're not your thoughts. You're not your emotions. You're not the body. You're none of the things that you think that you are at all. It's a false identity.
I hope I can get to a point where I can really, really live that, because it sounds so amazing, but right now it feels so paralyzing still.
Yeah.
And it's just tough to be in this part of the journey. But I know that as I stay present and I stay aware, I should be able to see those things more and more.
And how old are you again?
I'm 21.
It's amazing that you are going through that ego death at the age of 21. That's really something else. And you're avoiding a lot of trouble and deceit from the devil that you can't even imagine. So right on, you stay with it.
Thank you, Jesse. I really appreciate it. And just like keep ignoring, when my mom, tries to text me, and the thoughts about like wanting to talk to my dad or show him something, like that's also the devil just deceiving me to go back and stuff, probably.
If your father, and then the anchor baby want to add to some advice for you too.
Okay.
If you want to call your father, and your father is not a nuisance like your mother is, if you want to call your father, there's nothing wrong with calling your father.
Okay.
And especially if he's not imposing on you the way mothers do.
I know I said that I didn't want a relationship with him, so I don't really know, like...
Why don't you want a relationship with your father if he's not imposing on you? Or if he's not allowing your mother to get to you through him?
I think I just basically had that want to kind of just, like, go off. And me and my husband just bought a house and be, like, not really involved with family for a while and not have a relationship. That's all it was. It was really simple. It had nothing to do with anything else. But there is sometimes where I want to just call and say, hey. So I don't know, like, what I truly want with that. I don't know if I already messed up by saying I don't want a relationship, but I know that he's always there if I need him.
No, you haven't. Your father's not going to be, according to what you said earlier, your father is not going to, he would love to hear from you, and especially if he's not imposing on you.
So it's not like so maybe I didn't need to say, like, oh, I don't want a relationship with you, but maybe just say, hey, I'd like some space for a little while until I'm ready to kind of, like, talk to you and be more involved in stuff.
No, don't plan. If you want to call your father, not your mother. If you want to call your father, just call him. If not, don't. But don't make it a big deal at all.
Okay, I know I already told him the relationship thing, but I know he doesn't he doesn't care about that. He's like, if I call him right now, he'd be like, hey, how's it going? Or whatever. But you know what I do notice? He is a little bit like, he doesn't really love that he doesn't see the thing with my mom. That's the only thing with my dad is he does and he doesn't at times. Like he would like me and my mom to talk. Like I can tell. Like
Let me call your mama is his mama.
What?
He's afraid of your mama. And so he feels sorry for her.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Because he would like us to talk. I can just tell. Like he'll say little comments and stuff like that. So that's the only thing that kind of keeps me.
I can't play no more. I gotta go.
Okay. All right.
You ain't gonna never stop playing right now.
Well, we got into I just had to ask about my parents again, but
my grandmother just made some hog-head cheese for breakfast. I got to go to eat some hog-head cheese.
Well, I'll have to wait and see about it.
Yeah, you're doing fine. You just believe in the thoughts. That's all. You're not just looking at the thoughts. You're believing them. You're supposed to.
I don't get how, because I'm just looking at them, so I don't get how I'm believing them. But I guess you're right.
Because like when they tell you you're choking or whatever you said, you believe that that's true.
Then Then how do you just watch them and not believe them? I don't get it, because that's what I thought I was doing.
But just watch them, and the evidence that you believe them is that when the pain comes, it's because you didn't catch the thoughts, and they tell you that you're having heart problems or whatever. When you react to that, it's because you believe in it. Don't react.
And if I do believe it, do you just have to watch the emotions at that point too?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right.
What a mess.
Mm-hmm.
But it is working, and you're on the right track.
All right. That is everything. I needed to hear that.
It is working, and you are on the right track. So stay with it, stay with it, stay with it.
Thank you. I really appreciate your time this morning, Jesse. Thank you.
You're welcome. And do you want to ask the anchor baby if he had anything to tell you?
I was going to. I didn't know if you had to go. But I would love to hear from him if he had something to say.
He said no, he don't, but we want to hear him say it out loud on the radio. He's not going to even try to help you.
That's fine.
I mean, just part of your issues is how you react to people, not what they're doing.
That is deep. Absolutely. It's all in you.
He said what? I'm sorry. It was kind of quiet.
Part of your issues is how you react to them, not how you react to others, not how they're acting.
So how I react to others is because of what's inside of me, not because of what they're doing.
Right.
And that was related to just what you gathered from what I was saying?
Yeah,
or
everything
just
you
in
said.
general?
Pretty much everything you said.
Okay. I received that.
Amazing.
Thank you.
And he's right about that. You're reacting to your mother and to your father, and it's happening in you, not outside of you. The way they're acting has nothing to do with you at all. What they're doing is inside of them.
Well, I don't feel anything about what they're doing
Oh,
at
okay.
all.
Well, then you're fine.
Yeah, no, I don't have any issue. It's more like the thoughts inside me about other things. Whatever they're doing is completely
Well, be
on
that
them.
way about anything, everything. Just
Yeah,
don't react to anything or anyone. All right?
Amen. Thank you.
All right. You stay with it, though, all right?
I will.
It's working.
Thank you, Jesse.
All right. Take care, Cora.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye now. 888-77-Jesse. Let me take a quick break. When I come back, your super chats and your phone calls. Back in a moment. We have a counseling service, and I have to admit, thanks to God, it is the best counseling service on this side of heaven. I counsel with men and women families, individuals around the world. Most people are unhappy, they're miserable, they have rough lives, they're depressed, suicidal, young and old, of all races. I understand, I know why, and I do understand it. Because exactly what's happening in me is happening with everybody outside of me, inside of them. And I've noticed that with those who really, really, really want to understand, they overcome it just like that, out of one counseling session. If you need counseling, you can go to rebuildingtheman.com or call 800-411-2663. 800-411-BOND. Best counseling service on this side of heaven. Okay, welcome back. 888-775-3773. We are going to get to all of your calls there. I understand Cora, what she's dealing with. And she just, to die from the false self, it's not easy if you're so identified with the false self. So I know what she's going through. And I want her to just encourage her to stay with it. The Hake Report is coming up at 9 a.m. this morning. The Hake, H-A-K-E report.com from 9 to 11. And then the American Anchor Baby. The American Anchor Baby from 11 to 1 p.m. Pacific time. And then check out Punchy TV with Bill. And you can podcast Punchy, Punchie.tv with Bill there, Punchy.tv. And every Wednesday he drop. I'm catching up, huh? No. Yes.
Yes.
Drop, huh? I heard Pearl say she drop a new episode once a week or so.
I feel like that's black vernacular.
But drop a new episode?
It's young people vernacular.
Oh.
You're catching on.
Well, I take it back.
Thank you.
A brand new episode every week, every Wednesday at 2 p.m. with Bill on Punchy.tv. All right? Super.
Yes.
Super chat.
Super chats.
Over on buymeacoffee.com/JLP Talk, way back on Friday, Bree K bought those 5 coffees and then she edited them to say, "Happy birthday, Jesse." Cake, party face, and horn thing with confetti. This is a day we should all be extremely grateful for. It's the day God gifted the earth with. Jesse, thank you for everything you've done that has helped me and so many others. Heart, heart, heart. Hands, hands, hands.
Amazing. Thank you very much. This is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. This is the day. This is the day that the Lord has made. You a Christian? Y'all used to sing that?
Of course.
Oh, you did?
At Jesus Club.
At Jesus Club?
Yeah.
Jesus got a club?
My mom made one.
What amazing. Thank you, though. I appreciate it.
Bree K also had said last Sunday, just in case I missed it, fellowship was amazing. Not this past Sunday, but the Sunday prior. I'm very thankful to God for you and everything you do. You're truly a gift to anyone who finds you. Hands, praying hands, thanks hands, and heart.
Bree K?
Bree K.
Thank you, Bree K. And stay with us, stay with us, stay with us. And last Sunday at the fellowship, or during fellowship, we dealt with fear. And everybody, everything mama got fear. If you have anger, you have fear. Oh, you have fear. Drop the anger, then the fear would disappear because the fear is not even real. Thank you for your support and stay with it, BK.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Cornerstone yesterday said Happy American Flag Memorial Day.
Amazing. Happy Memorial Day.
That's on Cash App. Bond JLP.
Remembering the men who died on the battlefield. Amazing. Thank you.
Kevin, tithe on tip. Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you, Kevin. I appreciate your support very much. Thank you very much.
Another from Bree. No message.
Thank you, Bree.
Alexander from Florida with musical notes enveloping this message. If heaven ain't a lot like Dixie, I don't want to go. If they don't have a grand old opera like they do down in Tennessee, just send me to hell in New York City. It'll be about the same to me. Thank you, Alexander from Florida. I did my best.
You did. Why do it always seem like you're straining when you're singing?
Because it is
painful?
a strain.
What?
When I see real singers, they always strain their...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're doing that because of that?
I'm trying to be a real singer.
But that was a good thing. You can read the musical note.
I could. Well, I actually happen to know that it's a Hank Williams Jr. song.
Oh.
Yeah, I learned it from the late, great Asmodor.
Oh, right on. May his soul rest in peace.
Indeed.
I heard someone call your show one day, and they said they saw a person in their town that he swear it was Asmodor. Or he said something like, it looked just like Asmodor.
Wow.
He thought for sure it was Asmodor.
There was somebody who sounds just like him, too.
I think he said it sounded like Asmodor.
Yeah.
I forgot how he put it. But Asmodor is really dead, right?
He is indeed.
But how do you know if he was on the run? Was he in hiding or something?
He was in hiding, but a close friend of his, I guess his parents checked in on him or had a welfare check on him or something.
Oh.
And his mother told this source who reported it.
And so where was he hiding? What town he was in? If he was hiding, you would not know, right?
I kind of assumed it was West Texas, but...
You assume.
Right. I don't
Never
know.
assume.
Indeed. He didn't even have a cell phone. That's how...
Well, how was he able to call you then?
He would use the internet. He had an internet connection, like a desk computer thing.
And he was hiding from the police?
He was hiding from the law.
Really?
He was an outlaw.
Amazing.
And I think it was over the Charlottesville thing. You know, the Charlottesville, that girl died, and they're trying to blame the organizers and sue them and stuff, and he just didn't show up to court and had a bench warrant because they were going to just fleece him. I don't know what all was involved, but, you know.
Well, may his soul rest in peace.
Yeah.
Really. Okay, thank you.
T. Smith for coffee.
Thank you, T. Smith.
Hearts.
Amazing. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Pastor Chatelet donated 222 gold pills on pilled.net/Jesse Lee Peterson. There is nothing so absurd that if you repeat it often enough, people will not believe it. They will believe it. That's why the bad orange man is bad. Good morning, friends.
Amazing. Good morning, and thank you. And you're right about that. What a mess. Thank you.
Robert, 5 coffees. I've got nothing clever to say, so it's tithes and offerings. Fellowship was good. Thanks, guys.
Right on. Stay with it. Stay with it. Stay with it.
Gray B says, Jesse, have you ever played the role of a stepfather?
No. Thank God.
I know. Just the question made it sound embarrassing.
I know it. Thank God. No, I haven't.
Humiliation.
Yeah.
Thank you, Gray. Clay Bob says, Jesse would love such and such song tip that touches on themes like blame, no one is to blame. We own what becomes our prison. Don't trust your mind. It's not always listening. Don't trust your eyes. Why do you feel you have to hold on? Imagine if you let go. A tip from Clay Blob for Jesse.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'll check it out, and I'll let you know. Thank you.
And gave a melting face emoji.
Right on. Thank you.
Very nice. And thank you, guys. I do believe that's all. Let me just refresh one more time. Several more. Jamie says, without passion, you don't have energy. Without energy, you have nothing.
Passion. I need passion. What we need in life is passion. Remember the song Passion?
I do not.
Do you remember the song Passion, Nick?
No.
Really? Passion. I don't quite know how it went, but I do remember passion. The last thing you need is passion. Amazing. Thank you.
By the way, Waylon Jennings, side note, this is not a super chat, sang the Dukes of Hazzard theme. Good old boys.
I do remember flipping the TV at times, and I would see it coming on or going off, but I have never watched that whole thing. And what was the song?
I can hear it in my mind, but I cannot express it. It's like, dun, 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 good old boys, Bo and Luke Duke, something like that. I don't know. But it was a hit, a major hit.
One of the guys that was in that movie you're talking about, he played in a black movie.
Yeah.
With that guy, producer of, what's that guy's name? The one that I can't find my baby.
One guy in... Let's see. John Schneider. Okay.
The Oval. He played in the Oval. Something like that.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, John Schneider's the actor.
Right on.
The guy who created that show was probably...
The black guy from Atlanta.
Tyler Perry.
Yeah, Tyler Perry. I can't find my baby.
So Tyler Perry loves white people, too.
Evidently.
Maybe.
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
Anyway.
Thank you.
Yeah. But that was my Gunsmoke. You had Gunsmoke. I had Dukes of Hazzard.
Oh, I prefer Gunsmoke.
Of course. Everything old is better. Jamie says...
I rest my case.
And Jamie says everything in life is luck.
Luck? Luck is for the lost. Amazing. Thank you.
Sion, Jesse Boo, what I observed in Africa is that it's pretty much what they have, the mentality of the messed up ways of the Western world and America because of social media. Grown folks, all they sit there and watch is TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. They've adopted the bad culture and everyone's out there trying to chase money or thrill since it's a poverty there. And they're scamming each other or lying and always trying to keep up with the Joneses. Very dumb. People over there had common sense before and decent, no matter how hungry. And they were always themselves, not trying to imitate others.
Amazing. So the internet is all over the world, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, everybody want to be white. And but it sounds like they're being influenced in a bad way.
Yeah.
Right.
Eric.
Amazing. Thank you, Sion, and welcome back home.
Right on, Sion.
Yeah.
Eric with 5 coffees. Keep your family. Cut off contact with your mind.
What does that mean?
Rather than cut off your family, cut off your mind.
How come?
It's just his suggestion.
Okay.
I could read into it.
No, don't read into it.
Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Though I don't understand what you're saying.
I'm tempted to read into it.
You are?
Yeah.
Interpretation.
Yes.
Interpretation is never good.
Is that permission?
Interpretation is
permission
not good.
to interpret, sir.
No, it's not good to interpretate.
All right.
Interpretation is never good.
And Heat says,
amazing. Thank you.
Cora says, and Heat, evil attacks what you fear most. Take no thought of self. Self-preservation in the mind is an open door to the enemy. Take no thought of self, and the enemy will flee. You're God's treasure. Trust and know you are kept safely. Hashtag perfect love casts out fear.
When there is no longer a you, there is no more fear. But as long as there's a you, there will always be fear. So drop you. Stop being you, and fear will disappear. Thank you for advice to her. Thank you.
And
Cora.
Pastor Shadowley with an interesting tidbit from Rumble.
I gotta know how to rumble.
He's a Rumble rant. I got a battlefield promotion when Asmodor passed. I was a number 6 on the SPLC hate watch list, and he was above me. Rest in peace, friend.
I used to be on the SPLC hate list too.
Wow.
I couldn't believe it. I'm like, how can I be on there? I'm black. Isn't it supposed to be protecting the blacks? What?
Well, conservative blacks and black Hebrew Israelites who are not for that, all that stuff,
right?
They are on the hate list too.
Really?
Yeah.
That's amazing. Thank you, Pastor Chalet. Amazing.
Indeed. And thank you guys. Now, I think that is all for... Oh, David says, thank you all for the help, brother. Thank you for all the help, brother. Keep serving up.
I will. Thank you, and thank you for helping to make it possible. Thank you.
Right on.
Yeah.
And now that's all for now.
Amazing. Thank you. I want to make sure we got to those. So thank you. I appreciate it. There was, according to this story, I wanted to give it to you yesterday, but time would not permit, that according to ABC 7, 3 generations of women are under arrest in New York, Bayport, New York, in connection with the death of a 7-year-old girl. A 7-year-old. 3, according to this report, generation of women are under arrest. Isn't that amazing? And autopsy found she died, this 7-year-old girl, died from a massive, untreated infection caused by sharp force injuries. Watch this from ABC 7.
Oak Street here in Bayport, where nicely kept homes bear welcoming signs and American flags line the block. Number 9, no different, except for the horrors that prosecutors outline inside.
You hear about this stuff and you don't think it's going to be so close to home. It hits a little different when it's right here.
They say the 7-year-old girl who lived here endured months of abuse.
I just feel terrible because, I mean, we just feel like we would have done something.
A grand jury indictment now alleging that Jordan Duncan had at least 90 injuries on her body in the last 48 hours of her life. 20 other injuries, including some suggesting she was whipped. Looking outside the home, a clear indication the family denies any abuse. Signs about their own grief after Jordan went into cardiac arrest here last December. But neighbors like Tom Lowe, who lives 2 doors down, wondered.
Like 9 months ago when they went into the house, ambulances, cop cars.
Now 3 generations of women in the home, all charged with the abuse that caused little Jordan's death. 50-year-old Emily Kelly, her legal guardian, facing the most serious charges, including second-degree murder. Kelly was the girl's father's fiancé and had legal custody because he's in prison. But prosecutors say in the year Kelly was in charge, cruelty persisted. So did alleged cover-ups of Jordan's injuries discussed between Kelly and her 24-year-old daughter, Alyssa Seymour. Kelly's elderly mother, meanwhile, Barbara Renner, allegedly singing in the background during a video showing little Jordan struggling.
White people. This is why. Huh?
That last one looks a little bit black.
Yeah,
but I totally had pictured all black women in this story when I heard
thought
you
it
guys
was black
covered
women
it.
too.
But they're white.
But that black, the one that look a little mixed.
Mm-hmm.
That first lady is her mother. That's her mama.
Oh.
And then the old lady in front, in the middle,
Is
according
her
to
mama.
the story, is her mama.
Whoa.
And so that's her
Scary.
mama.
Whew.
And this woman living with her mama, they all old. And the gal black, or look black. And then apparently it says that the fiance is in prison, right?
And the little
And the
girl
little
is not
girl-
related to any of them.
No, she was the fiance's daughter.
Yeah, it was a
And
stepdaughter.
the
that they
fiance
were-
was engaged to the first woman, the old white one.
Oh, yeah.
What a mess.
What tangled webs we weave.
What a mess, huh? And now the girl is dead. May her soul rest in peace. I told y'all, race things don't mix. Anybody that living with their mama, and the mama is like old, and they're 50-something, according to the story, this woman 50-something years old, living with her mama, you know there's trouble in the land. Jesse, there's trouble in the land. What a mess, huh? Let me show you one more mess. For wave 3. After a week of hearing complaints from her son's principal about abuse behavior toward the teacher, this mother, according to the report, decided to put a camera in her son's hair because the son was artistic, nonverbal son. And so she put according to the story, she put a camera in the son's hair to find out what was happening at the school because the principal was, I guess, abusive, according to the story. Watch this from WDRB.
A Louisville mother and father says their special needs child was abused at school, and now she says she has proof, and what she found she calls unacceptable.
Get over! Get over!
This video from May 13th, taken from a hidden camera placed between the dreads of Samaj Lee, an autistic special needs student at Field Elementary. Samaj's parents said for months they'd received phone calls and complaints about his behavior, which seemed unusual.
As his mother, I knew in my heart something was not right.
The boy's mother then took matters into her own hands.
I ordered a camera to be my son's eyes, his ears, his voice.
On this video, a woman mentions how she's leaving the room for a minute, while another staff member remains in the room with Samaj. And then you can hear the staff member firmly talking to him, followed by a series of noises while Samaj's head moves around.
Get off of me now. Get off of me now.
What I discovered on the camera footage is something no parent should ever have to see or hear. Our child was put in a situation where he was scared, overwhelmed, and powerless.
Play with you no more.
The staff member eventually told Samaj to get away, followed by more noises, causing the boy to start yelling.
Get out of here.
Lee is now calling for cameras to be installed in classrooms that have special needs and nonverbal students.
No parent should have to question whether their child is safe at school. No child should suffer in silence because they cannot speak.
And the boy's parents say they are demanding accountability from the district. A spokesperson for JCPS tells me the district is investigating and says the staff member has been reassigned.
Well, a mess. I can't tell what's happening because I don't see what's going on. I just hear noise, but I don't know what it is. I'll be back in a moment to your phone calls and Super Chat. The hate news is coming right now. 1 more hour to go. Back in a moment.
You know, I'm 32 years old now, and I've been clinically depressed since I was 17 years old. And ever since I started listening to you a couple of months ago, bro, I don't even need to hear the word depression. I don't even care about that because that's not anything that I identify with anymore.
Nice.
I'm 100% cured. I'm 100% better because I've been listening to the Jesse Lee Peterson show, and I can't even begin to tell you how much I appreciate you. And I just can't even, begin to tell you how much I really appreciate the things that you're doing for young men. Young men need to hear this, and young men need to know this message that you're delivering because it's important. It's vital to their lives, Jesse. I just wanted to let you know that, man.
That's amazing. I mean, you made my day, man. When I hear one soul has returned to the Father, it's like 1,000. It's better than silver and gold. So God bless you, man.
John Cornyn is fighting to today, actually, in Texas, to hold on to his seat in the high-stakes Republican primary against Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton, who recently secured our greatest president, Donald J. Trump's endorsement. Trump's intervention in this runoff comes as the president continues to wield his influence in Republican primaries nationwide. Is that a Senator, John Cornyn? He might get primaried today. We shall see, I suppose. Interesting. This is the end of some serious mess going on in the world. Maybe Trump cleaning up the mess, getting rid of some of these bad guys. Speaking of bad guys, Congressman vowed to name more so-called Epstein associates. Are they going to be innocent again? Thomas Massie, Representative Thomas Massie, who himself got primaried by our greatest president, Trump, by some other guy who's a Navy SEAL. We'll see if he's any better. Whew, don't know. Thomas Massie wasn't too bad until he started turning all egotistical, but he pledged on Sunday to identify publicly additional individuals from redacted Epstein files on the House floor. And by the way, his little bill, it practically mandated that these names be redacted. His bill supposedly released the Epstein files bill. So this guy's creating a problem and is swooping in with a false solution to cause more problems. As Trump said, many of these people could be innocent and they're swept up in this madness. Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche was accused by Massie of violating transparency laws. Thomas Massie lost his primary last week, but he remains in Congress until January. He's already named 3 billionaires, including Leon Black, Jess Staley, and Leslie Wexner. Not that they did anything wrong, actually. Anyway, his actions could force disclosure of millions of still sealed DOJ documents and implicate additional prominent figures in the Epstein network, so-called, potentially affecting public trust in federal institutions. What an evil person, huh? All for a thrill. And China launching Shenzhou-23 with the first year-long mission. Now, people stay up at the International Space Station for a long time, I hear. But, wow, a year-long mission. China launched this Shenzhou-23 the other day, maybe 2 days ago now, 11:08 p.m. from Jiuquan Satellite Launch Center, carrying 3 astronauts, including Hong Kong's first astronaut, a 43-year-old Lei Ka-ying, and the spacecraft docked, with Tiangong Space Station 3.5 hours later. I guess that's different from the ISS, International Space Station. 3.5 hours later, and 1 crew member will remain aboard for a full year to study long-duration space flight effects. Exciting. This mission advances China's 2030 lunar landing goal. They want to land on the moon in 2030 and intensifies space competition with the USA. No competition, right? Anyway, it aims for a crewed moon landing in 2028. Huh. Okay. That's 2 different dates. I don't understand it. Oh, the United States wants a 2028 moon landing. Okay. 2 years before China. Anyway, the year-long experiment will provide critical data on bone density loss. You know, if you're in like kind of free fall, no gravity or whatever, then you're going to lose bone density, radiation exposure, and psychological stress needed for future deep space missions to the moon and Mars. Whew, man, no thanks. Anyway, regarding being up for a year up there. Terrible. Anyway, this is the end of hour 2 of the Jesse Lee Peterson Show. JLP will be right back to your calls. Hang tight, callers. JLP will be right back. And we'll get to any more super chats that come in. The Hake Report is happening right after JLP. And then American Anchor Baby on YouTube and Rumble. Very nice. And anything else that I wanted to mention? No, I think that's about it. I'm James Hake. Now back to JLP, Hour 3.
got to stand up strong. Ain't the truth about themselves to understand what went wrong. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way to stand up, stand up, stand up.
Uniting the racers with truth instead of dividing them with lies. We're also rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man. I am Jesse Lee Peterson. Good morning. Hi, y'all. You can get involved by calling 888-7753-773, 888-77-JESSE. Jesse, Jesse. And my biblical question, has the Christ resurrected in you? Has the Christ resurrected in you? Amazing question. For those men and women who want to return to love and not hate. No resentment, but to be of love. If ever we needed love in this world, we need it now. It's a mess. We have every way that you can watch and support the show listed on jesseleepeterson.com/show. jesseleepeterson.com/show. And if you're out and about, running around and you gotta go work out or you gotta go to whatever, this meeting or that meeting, you can podcast the show, but you can still listen on your way or while you're working out or on your way to the meeting or whatever, on your phone, anywhere in the world, by calling the listen line on Talk Screen Live at 605-615-4131. 605-615-4131. And to donate and have your comments read out loud, go to Buy Me a Coffee. BuyMeACoffee.com/JLP Talk or Bond JLP Cash App. Bond JLP Cash App. It's Tuesday. It is Country and Western Tuesday. Bring back, oh, bring back my country to me. I'm not seeing it. Bring back my country to me. What the? Who let the dogs out? Ooh. Amazing. Amazing. Good versus evil. You know what's really, 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 really sad? It's really sad. Is that human beings, and all human beings until they overcome it, have been told that anger is of God, that anger is good, and that you need anger to defend yourself. Who will I be if I don't have anger? How will I defend myself if I don't have anger? Jesus had anger, they say. In spite of Jesus saying that anyone that has anger is evil, a murderer. Anger/resentment. And that's so prevalent now. It's so pushed forward like I've never seen before. And when you really, really check it out, you can see there's nothing good coming from anger, but yet you believe anger is good. figure that out. You hurt because of anger. If you have kids, the kids hurt because of anger. If you're married, your relationship is not working because of anger/resentment. If you're by yourself, you have all these emotions because of anger/resentment. You believe lies about your own self because of anger/resentment. And yet it's pushed as, they say, this is human emotion. But a human emotion is not the Father's emotions. It's of the Father, the devil, whomever has it. You can overcome. And as a result, human beings attack each other in this world like I've never seen. There's no love. And it wasn't like that growing up. We were taught and we knew that anger was not good, that it was evil. There's no love. Anyone that has anger has no love at all, zero love. And it creates a false self. Remember, there was a time when there were no school shootings at all? Remember, you used to be able to go to school and not even, it didn't even occur in your mind that somebody would be shooting you up at school. It wasn't even there, so you would go. And the worst thing, there was teachers you didn't like to go to their classes sometimes. But school shootings now, the thing. It's the thing to do. And everybody's jumping on it except baby Jessica's daddy. Shooting at school. Because of anger. Because of evil. Human nature is evil. Human beings do not love themselves or anyone else. CBS Colorado. A new video shows the moment staff and school security tackled a student who had a gun inside of an Overland high school. CBS Colorado. Watch this.
Exact moment that a high school security guard tackled a teenager with a gun. We brought you this live coverage from the chaotic scene at Overland High School last Wednesday. Tonight, your reporter Gabrielle Vidal joins us with this new video from inside the school.
A frightening incident that shook Overland High School students and families as school security chased and tackled a 16-year-old student accused of bringing a loaded gun on campus. Through a records request, CBS Colorado received a series of videos from inside the school the morning of May 13th. In this video is what appears to be an altercation in the hallway between two students and a third suspected of bringing the gun to school, while students are running in the background.
I yelled, "Gun, gun," and everybody just sprinted into action.
Then you can see the teen suspect running down the stairs away from school security. At the bottom of the stairs, two staff security members tackle the suspect to the ground, pin him, and recover the gun. This all happening within a few minutes just before 8:40 in the morning. Students throughout the high school were immediately put on lockdown until the situation was resolved. Students told CBS Colorado last week that it was a chaotic scene in the moments leading up to the suspect's arrest, but they credit the school security staff for stepping to action quickly.
Which I think very much prevented shots being fired or people getting injured.
The student is now facing charges for bringing a loaded gun to campus. Aurora police say the gun was not stolen.
Amazing, huh? Why is this becoming a thing now? When these type of situations happens, the first place you should look is at home. What's going on in this person's life that they have to go to a school and shoot up? Shoot up people who have nothing to do with them. It starts in the home. And if you don't bring back the order, when you are married and have children, you don't bring back the order of God in Christ. Christ is man, man over woman, woman over children. And the man is leading the wife and the children in the way Christ is leading him. This is going to get worse. And you're putting females in charge of the schools. Mama at home, and mama at school, and mommy at work, and mama everywhere. What do you expect to happen? This is hell on earth. Let me go to Tom, our first-time caller out of Los Angeles. Tom, you are on the air.
Hey, Jesse, how are you, dude?
All is well, Tom.
Oh, very good, yeah. And, so I was actually at Fellowship on Sunday, and thanks for another great service. I thought the conversation we had about fear was really good.
Yeah.
The thing that I was thinking about since, and I'm kind of a bit stuck on, is I wasn't really sure what to make of the biblical part of what we were talking about of denying yourself, was the last question. And I really didn't know, really know what to make of that. So I was wondering if you could elaborate a little more.
About denying yourself?
Yeah.
And your question about that is what? What's the question?
Well, I mean, what is the meaning of to deny yourself?
Oh,
what are we
okay.
talking about?
Good question. You know how we talked about fear, and then everyone that we went, and several of the people that I went to, they talked about the fear that they have.
Yep.
You know how when you get angry or resentful or lonely, so that happens to a lot of people. When you want to commit suicide, a lot of people into suicide now, or taking drugs or whatever. What happens is to deny yourself is that false self that you think you are. You're not your fears. You're not your loneliness. You're not your stress. You're not your sadness. You're not your future or your past. You're neither a sinner nor a saint. You're neither rich nor poor. But when those thoughts come to tell you that you are, instead of accepting that as being you, you need to reject it, deny that, so that it could be taken away from you. And that's what it means to deny yourself. Rather than going along with it, identify with it, fighting with it, become aware of it. And so the self that you're denying is the false self.
Okay, yeah. Right, so it's another way to draw a line between yourself and your feelings, perhaps.
It's another way of, what did you say, drawing a line between yourself and your feelings?
Another way to, draw the line between, the feelings of something else. The feelings are not me, necessarily.
Right. Because in all honesty, man, those feelings of whatever they might be, love feelings or hate feelings or whatever feeling, it's all an illusion. It's not even real. And the only way you're going to find that out for sure is that you got to deny it. Meaning don't call it you, don't identify with it. When you feel like some type of stress, or you're by yourself, or you're lonely, or blah, 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 instead of going to eat to feel better, don't do anything about that. Don't feed it with thoughts or anything. And then it will die. You got to deny that, the false self. Because it's not even real, Tom. It's just an illusion. It's not even real.
Yeah, for sure.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah. It is amazing, yeah. I agree, yeah. No, that's great. Okay, thank you. That's cleared it up, man. Thanks a lot. I'll see you next week, okay?
Okay, buddy. You stay with it, Tom.
Yeah, I will, man.
All right.
Thanks, Jesse. Bye.
Bye now. So the self you're denying is the false self. That feeling that you get inwardly. It's not even, the weird thing is it's not even happening to you at all. That's why all of your problems, all of them, is never about the outer source. It's always about you. What's happening is happening to you. someone that try to make you feel bad or feel good or feel whatever, and you fall for it, it's happening in you. Those people are not making you feel that way at all. You are doing that by believing it. Stop believing it, and it'll be over with. Stop reacting to it. Stop identifying with it. It will be over with. Because it's just an illusion. When you stop being you, when you stop identifying me, poor me, good me, bad me, white me, black me, Mexican me, Chinese me, Italian me, Puerto Rican me. When you stop being me, you're going to be free. There is no me. Stop being it and see what happens. Jordan is the first time call out of Michigan. Jordan, you are on the air.
Good morning, Jesse.
Hey, Jordan.
How are you?
All is well.
Good. I've been watching for quite a while, and I never called. And I wanted to call and give you a happy birthday to you and Nick.
Right on. Thank you, man. That's amazing.
You're welcome.
Oh, amazing. I appreciate that. Thank you.
You're welcome. So, also, I never knew my grandparents.
Mm-hmm.
They died before I was born, and I always thought of you as my grandpa I never had.
Grandpa, tell me about the good old days. Amazing. Are you working on yourself?
Yes, I am.
And what does that mean to you to be working on yourself?
So first, I think the most important thing was ignoring my thoughts and understanding that they're not myself.
Yeah.
I struggled with that really bad. I am divorced. I have kids, and I went through a lot of hell. So, listening to you say, like, my thoughts are not myself, that really helped me. Forgiving my mother and my father, and, just doing the silent prayer and trying to find the way just naturally and not trying to force anything.
Yeah. And if you are you able to say what type of hell you went through during the divorce thing with your children?
So just the custody and that's pretty much it. Just custody of the kids.
You went to court and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I did.
And what made you and you what? Go ahead.
I was going to say that probably bigger than that was that I made the woman my God.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
I really struggled giving that up.
And what made you go to court? Other than her taking you to court to take your money and your children, what made you fight? What made you fight back like that?
I guess the attachment to the world and to my kids, and not wanting to give that up, and feeling like a sense of I need to control the situation, and I think that caused a lot of problems.
Yeah. How did it turn out for you? How did it work out for you?
It's worked out pretty good now. I have majority custody of them now. But that's happened through time. Things have changed. And I think if I just let go in the beginning, I wouldn't have gone through so much mental struggle.
100%, Jordan.
Yep. And I think things would have worked out anyway.
100%.
Yep.
It would have worked out. It would have been perfect, and you would have been fine. You would not have been traumatized.
Yep.
How many children you have?
I have 2.
Okay.
Yeah, and watching the videos that you showed is terrible. The things that people do against children. I just feel so bad for those kids.
No love, man. No love in the world. It's only hate.
Yep.
And that's why this is happening. one other quick thing. When you went and forgave your mother, what did you say to her? What was her response?
I said that I forgive her for being just like overbearing and trying to control me. And I told her I didn't blame her for it, that she was doing the best she could. And, you know, it is what it is. And I said the same thing to my dad, because I think the woman is his God too.
Of course.
Actually.
The woman is every man make the woman their God until they overcome their mother.
Yep.
And every man hate his mama. Every man hate the mother. And that's why you must be born again of the Father. What did she say when you told her that?
She just pretty much cried and said, I don't really remember what she said.
Right.
But I feel like I remember it just being like she didn't really accept it, basically.
Of course. What the?
Yeah.
and when she was crying, did you know that she was lying?
Oh yeah, that's the first thing that came to my mind. If she's crying, she's lying. That's the first thing that I was thinking about. So I didn't really, and understanding that the crying is a manipulation.
Yes.
And not falling into that, I just kind of didn't really acknowledge that she was being emotional.
Right
at
on.
the time.
Right on. And how did your father respond?
Oh, my dad. Well, first he was always like a really like, he was in the military, and so he was very structured and disciplined when we were growing up. So first, I think he was having like flashbacks of when I was a kid, and he was just like trying to yell at me and stuff. And I was like, well, Dad, I'm a grown man now, so, you know, can you please calm down? But eventually he did calm down, and he said, yeah, I did the best that I can. And, you know, I'm sorry for what had just happened. And, you know, he just basically said he was doing the best he could.
Right on, man. Well, you stay with it, move on with your life. And Jordan, you have not seen anything yet. You got to know what real love is, because the mind cannot conceive at all. It has no relationship with love at all. Zero. And you got to know what real love is, and there would not be words to express what real love is. You try, but you won't be able to find the words. It's so amazing.
Yeah, it is amazing. And I had another question, just real quick, that just came to mind. Do you believe that Jesus is God?
No.
Okay.
I know that he's the Son and not the Father.
Okay.
What about you?
So,
go ahead.
No, I don't.
So what? What are you about to ask?
So what do you believe exactly makes you different from like a Christian who believes Jesus is God? Because they say that it's in the Bible.
Christians who believe that Jesus is God are crazy. And they have no relationship with God at all. And they have no relationship with Jesus, because those beliefs are just beliefs. And they've been taught that by other people who believe that. And it's keeping them away from God.
Mm-hmm.
Because if they believe that Jesus is God, how would they ever go to the Father if they believe that the Son is the Father? It's insane, but they believe it because that's what they've been told, and they're afraid not to believe anything else, because what will happen if I don't believe Jesus is God? And so they're insane, they're crazy.
Okay. Yeah, I always thought that was true as well. And actually, when I was going through, you know, my spiritual journey, I guess, and looking for the right way, that really turned me away from Christianity.
Yes.
And it made it really difficult to really like dive into that being a Christian, because I never believed that a man could be God. I always believed God was separate.
And
So-
Jesus made it clear that he wasn't God. He said things like, what I have in heaven, what I own, you own it too because of the inheritance. He said things like, I have to go and pray my Father's will to see what his will that he will have me do. He said things like, it's not me, don't be worshiping me because it's not me. My Father is working through me. It's not me doing this work. Don't worship me. And they worship him. And he said things like, when he was on the cross, he said to his Father, forgive them. Had he been God, he would have just forgiven them himself. But he said, Father, forgive them. He made it clear, but once you believe a lie and it's all in your mind intellectually, and the devil try to make it make sense, and then if you trust the person that's saying it, it's over. And you will never, ever, ever convince a religious person that Jesus is not God. They have to want to see it for themselves, and then it will be revealed to them, and then they'll be free from that idea, and they will realize how they are one with Christ. As Christ is one with with the Father, so shall they be. You can't convince a person that, so don't even try. Because they have a head full of knowledge, and they think the knowledge is the answer.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
Very interesting. Yeah, it is amazing.
Well, you stay with it, man. And are you doing the silent prayer and everything?
Not consistently. I do need to do it more often.
Well, beta. But how will you stay in the light if you don't stay with the Father? You keep, by not doing it, you're going back into your imagination, which is the darkness, which is the intellect. And that's where the devil dwells.
You're right.
Why you're not doing it? He said to always do it, to be present at all time, because the devil is roaming the earth inside of your mind and other people's mind to deceive you. What made you not do it? For those who don't understand.
I guess, just to be totally honest, I love living in hell. I'm not gonna lie. It's I can't give up to hell.
And would you
like the attachment to my kids, and it's difficult to give up. So
really,
yeah.
But you're never going to have a right relationship with them until you give up.
Okay.
When you give up, meaning you stay present and give up the false self, you're going to have a perfect relationship with your children, and they will with you. Otherwise, you're never going to have a right relationship with them. But what does that have to do with... So you love your misery. That's why you won't stay present to overcome?
Yeah, I am... my thoughts, I'm always in my thoughts, and I still kind of believe them. So I do the silent prayer every now and then when it gets really bad, but
yeah.
I don't do it consistently.
That's how the Christians do when they like feeling really bad. They go to church, and then as soon as they feel a little better, they stop going because they think, "Oh, I don't need God now. I got it." But I want to encourage you, because of time, is I would recommend you stay with the silent prayer. Don't let evil talk you out of it inside your mind. And don't let other people talk you out of it inside their mind, because they want to keep you where you are. The thoughts want to keep you where you are to keep you from moving forward, and so does other people. They don't want you to move forward.
Okay.
All right?
All right. Thanks again, Jesse. I appreciate everything. You're the best.
All right. Thanks for the birthday shout out.
You're welcome.
All right. Stretch off on Pules.net. Back in a moment.
I wish I would have found you earlier on in my life. Your recommendation to go and forgive your mother for resenting her, it's the hardest thing that I've ever done, but it was the easiest thing to help me overcome where I've been. My clarity changed overnight. Like, I began to see things different. Sure, you saved my spiritual life, because now I do have a peace, and it's a really weird feeling because there is no feeling.
Right.
But that's how you gotta know that you're in the right place.
Like you said, she couldn't help it. And when you start to look at her mom, or you look at her dad, or you look at that situation, you can see that life just being repeated inside of you. And when you decide you want to be the person to step up and make a stand against it, it is going to feel weird because it goes against what you're used to. But as soon as you do it, you look back and wish you did it sooner.
There are men and women waking up. I'm telling you, they want to wake up. If you want to come out of your sleep, you can. But if you don't want it, the Spirit of Truth will just leave you there. It's up to you. Country and Western Tuesday. Amazing. So listen. Listen. The Hake Report is coming up at 9 a.m. at the top of this hour. And for those who haven't heard the Hake Report, you're missing it. You owe it to yourself to at least listen one time. It's going to blow your mind. The guy with the good hair on fire. From 9 to 11 a.m. Pacific time. And after the Hake Report at 11 to 1 p.m. Pacific time, you think Donald Trump, the Great White Hope, has energy, natural energy? The anchor baby got it too. God blessed at least 2 men on this planet with his energy. That is amazing. From 11 to 1, you're going to see natural energy at work. And then as soon as the show is done, he back into building a house. Building something. He has so much energy that even a Coca-Cola can't make him not sleep. Because of natural energy, all love. The American anchor baby from 11 to 1 p.m. Pacific time. The American anchor baby, check it out. And then we are celebrating 250 years of America, and we are doing it in an amazing way. Watch this American Hope coin ad promotion. Watch this. Hi, I'm Jesse Lee Peterson. 2026 marks 250 years of America, and they have put my face on this beautiful silver coin to commemorate this occasion. That's amazing. Call 800-411-2663. That's 800-411-BOND. Grab yours now before they are gone. And you can also go to jesseleepeterson.shop to get your silver coin. Every dime goes back to the nonprofit, to Bond. Amazing, huh? Celebrating 250 years of America. That's amazing. One quick thing before I go back to the phones. When I graduated from high school, and on graduation day, it was so much fun. It was like one of the top fun days of my life. I had so much fun. We went to the prom, and oh Lord, it was so much fun. The prom was amazing. And then when graduation came, It was mind-blowing. Everybody had fun. That's gone now. That is gone now. My country is not the same anymore. Nothing is the same. The music, the people, the love, the talent, the respect. It's all gone now. And it's nothing but hell on earth right now. Did you ever imagine for one time in your whole life that at a graduation you will hear or see or even imagine that people would act this way at a graduation? KTLA. An eighth grader. This is not even high school yet. An eighth grader in Louisville, Kentucky. It's Louisville, right? Louisville.
Yeah, Louisville.
Kentucky. Went viral after dishing his scripted speech at graduation. Watch this from KTLA.
This school is ridiculous. My name is Daniel Mattingly, and apparently this school doesn't know better than to give an angry gay kid a microphone. No shade at all, but I came to this graduation planning to give a speech about my trauma influencing me as a person. And black, brown, and mixed youth are facing oppression nowadays and being forced to fear their own identities. I had a speech ready to cheer on and encourage oppressed youth, which makes up the entirety of the school. I was told by Mr. Dawson and Miss Imes there's a time and a place. My speech is too negative, it's too controversial. This school is built on racism, sexism, and homophobia. I encourage everyone here today to stand up for yourself, even if it makes a scene. This school is ridiculous.
That was an eighth grader, according to the report, at a graduation. I didn't know they had eighth grade graduates. Aren't you going to the ninth grade?
Yes, you are, but seventh and eighth grade for some of us is considered junior high or else maybe middle school. And then you go into ninth grade is the start of high school. That's when you're a freshman. So I graduated from junior high when I graduated from the eighth grade.
Whatever. Did you have a graduation, Nick, from the eighth grade to the ninth?
Yeah.
And so, like, they had a ceremony like that?
I'm trying to remember. But, yeah, I remember the song played and everything. They did forget the song, doesn't matter. But, yeah, we had a graduation.
Maybe I had one, I just don't remember. It's been so long. Maybe.
Because we were going to high school. Going from elementary, middle school to...
Looked like we may have had some type of ceremony. But this boy said that he called himself an angry gay kid in the eighth grade. Isn't that amazing? All the fun in life is gone. You're supposed to be having fun, kids, in the eighth grade, all the way through school. He mad because the teacher said, you can't be giving that kind of speech. He had a written speech beforehand. Will they still give him do you get a diploma or anything?
Yeah, I think so. You got some type of certificate. James Hake graduated from junior high at such and such elementary and junior high school.
Derek said it's liberal propaganda.
Well, what he was spouting, yes.
Right, what he was spouting. Repeating, and Hate said repeating crap about oppression.
Sorry, don't say crap, kids.
I'm sorry, kids, don't say crap. It's sad. Evil is ruling the world. You take the fathers out of the home, this is what you get. Or if the father's in the home and not guiding his wife and his children in the right way, this is what you get. And you think that's bad, and it is. I can't believe this. School was fun, except when it's time to have a test or something. When you were in high school, were people shooting and carrying on like this?
No, only my last year of high school was when Columbine did, and that was the first, I believe, major school shooting of modern times in America.
Oh. You think that's bad. CBS Chicago is reporting a weekend graduation turned into chaos in the south suburb located in South Holland, Illinois. Happy graduation. Watch this from CBS Chicago.
Joe and Erica, this graduation was held outside, and the only worry the class of 2026 should have had was maybe the windy conditions. But as you mentioned, instead, people in the stands started fighting, bringing this happy ceremony to a halt.
Please, parents, return to the stands. Graduates, please take your seats. We have not completed the ceremony at this time, please.
The seniors at Thornwood High in South Suburban South Holland could not keep their attention on the stage after a brawl broke out while their names were getting called. South Holland city leaders tell CBS Chicago at the commencement on the football field, a physical altercation occurred among a group of attendees. In this video, you see several people running, throwing punches, including someone in a cap and gown.
This graduation is out of control.
Parents and friends in the stand say they tried waiting out the commotion. Many wanted to see their senior cross the stage. But some parents told me despite having security at the graduation, they did not feel safe sticking around. In this video, you see graduates leaving during the ceremony. South Holland leaders say this doesn't reflect the community, so it was disheartening that at such a meaningful occasion dedicated to honoring the achievements of our young people, the actions of a few guests disrupted what should have been a joyful milestone. Police did detain people at the graduation, but were told no one was arrested or charged.
What's wrong with the blacks? They can't go on cruise without fighting. They can't ride the airplane without fighting. They can't go to the mall without fighting. They can't go to a restaurant without fighting. And the list goes on and on and on. And now they're fighting at graduation. You're not going to be able to go anywhere after a while, folks. This is South Africa. That woman said the graduation is out of control. You think? I remember we did this talent show right after graduation, maybe before graduation, where we got up and did a talent show, and the whole school got together, and we did an appreciation thing for our teachers in the school itself. To all our friends and teachers, to dear Oklahoma High, we love those building walls. We love Oklahoma High. To all our teachers, we showed appreciation. We weren't fighting. And we were at an all-black school. What the? And we were glad to show appreciation. And graduation was fun. The only thing I didn't like about my graduation thing you wear, the gown and the hat, I had a big head, so my hat wouldn't fit all the way down my head. Oh, a mess. But it was fun. Even the big head. That's gone now. No love, only hate. No love, only hate. There's no love. We were created by God so that He can bring love upon the earth through us, through human beings. One other example of a graduation gone wild. And then I take your phone calls and Superchats. News 12. A college graduation in Bridgeport turned chaotic when a massive brawl broke out. Watch this from News 12.
Everybody acting like animals and throwing chairs and throwing stuff at each other. Like, come on now.
A night that was supposed to be all about the grads.
It's a graduation. It's supposed to be a celebration, and people should be celebrating the kids.
Suddenly turned bad.
I used to watch a lot of WWE when I was a kid. This is real WWE. This is insane.
It happened here in the stands at the Hartford Healthcare Amphitheater, as some CT State Gateway grads were walking across the stage to get their diplomas. Chaos ensued in the crowd.
People battling for no reason, probably because someone bumped into somebody else. I mean, it's always something stupid. Nothing's ever that serious.
Bridgeport police didn't say why it started, but authorities claim it involved at least 2 unrelated families. 2 of the 3 people arrested were charged with assault of a public safety officer.
Oh, so they're fighting a security guard? Oh, that's even worse. You're at a graduation fighting a security guard is insane.
We should do better. We should look out for each other. We should love each other. And especially on graduation day where family, friends are all together. Like, come on now.
What's wrong with the blacks? What happened, Hake?
Everybody's stressed and short-sighted.
About what? What are they stressed about?
I know we can find a way to be stressed. It's true. Now you're making me feel awkward.
How about finding a way not to be stressed?
That's better. That would be better.
You can't even go to a graduation now. You can't go to school, either shooting you at school or fighting at graduations. No love. Derek said, LOL, right out there in front of all those people. Embarrassment. If ever we needed you, Lord, we need you now. Let me go to Rick out of Hampton, Virginia. Hey, Rick, you are on the air.
What's up, Jesse, man? Golly, man. I wanted to ask you about the question. You remember Friday, man? You was telling me about judging people, that's not love.
Right.
And you told me to call you back, but I couldn't get through. I couldn't get through Friday to call you to ask you about the question.
Oh, okay. What was the question?
We was talking about judging. When you judge somebody, it's not love.
Right.
And I was just trying to say, if you're trying to give somebody corrective criticism, is that considered judging?
What do you mean by corrective criticism?
Okay, let's say like if a kid took a test, they didn't study, they had the study material, and they complaining that they failed the test. And I would say, hey, look, if you would have studied your test, you probably would have passed. But I'm not judging him. I'm just giving him corrective criticism. That's considered judging?
You can know when you're judging yourself and others is when you feel something. You feel emotional about it, whether you feel good or you feel bad. You feel anger or good or whatever. When you have an emotion with it, Rick,
Yeah.
you eat candy bar or something? What the?
Oh, no, rattling pepper. I'm sorry about that, Jesse. Please forgive me.
Oh, okay. I thought you eat some hardhead cheese.
Yeah. That's Alabama, that dog.
All the way. But if you feel something, if you judge someone, you're gonna know it because you're gonna have a feeling with it. You're gonna feel angry, or you're gonna feel resentful, or good, but all those are evil. That's when you would know that you are judging. But if you're saying, well, if you had done your homework, you would probably would have passed the test. Without emotions, you're of love.
Oh, okay. Because we was talking about, you know how people go, you go around, don't judge me. I guess people think, now don't get me wrong, if you talking to somebody and you get mad because they didn't do what you suggested, you're right, that ain't love. That is judging, you know. Because the way I do, when it comes to people's lives.
Or if you get mad
Go ahead.
because someone didn't agree with you, they disagreed, or you feel good because someone said something nice to you, or whatever, all that is judgment.
Oh, particularly Democrats and liberals.
No, anyone. It doesn't have to be a Democrat or a liberal.
Oh, yeah.
Because conservatives and religious people don't have love. They only have hate.
Yeah, you're right about that. I totally agree with you on that. You know, like, because, you know, some people, I guess that's the way people, you know, people like to control other people. Can't hardly control themselves, but want to control someone else. Ain't that something? What the?
Angry people love to control because it gives them a false sense of feeling better or feeling good, or
like you're
something.
important or something,
right?
Or like you need it,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
And before I let you go, thanks for giving me a clarity on that one, Jessica. I thought you were saying, that's what I thought you were saying, like if you get angry at somebody because they didn't agree with you or they didn't take your advice, that's judge. I get that. Yep, I can. That's understood. And you shouldn't get mad because, to be honest, when it comes to someone else's life, you don't even have a dog in the race anyway. You know what I'm saying?
You have nothing to do with anyone else's
nothing
life,
to do with it.
and they
That's
have a
their life.
right to live whatever life they want, and you don't have a right to be mad at them. God doesn't get mad at them. Why do you get mad at them? You know what I mean?
Well, I guess parents be like, I don't want them to suffer. Well, I tell you what.
Well, it's the parents who make your children suffer.
Yeah, because
Who caused their
they never learn nothing because the parents want to, especially mother, they want to short cycle the consequences, and that person will never learn.
Yeah, absolutely.
Amazing.
Now,
just the graduation.
Make it fast because of time. Make it really fast for me.
Yeah, before I'm gonna tell you, they're gonna come to it, man. That they're not gonna want blacks anywhere, man. Because everywhere we go, if we ain't fighting on cruise liners, if we ain't fighting at stores or anywhere, like I said, they say if you want to destroy something, bring the blacks.
Amazing. Amazing. It used to not be that way before the civil rights movement. Black people did not act this way at all. I'm sure you saw some mad people somewhere, but black people, had love for themselves and others.
And even like this, Jesse, is another thing. Like, it's just so, like, even when it comes to most black politicians, they never suggest anything when it comes to law enforcement. Every laws they present always be more government, more mental health hospitals.
Yeah, that's how they control.
Weed.
Yeah.
They never do nothing like lower taxes, bring businesses to the community, clean the city up, make a strong police force, make city employees make more money.
Let me just say this, and then I got to remember it. That's because they don't want their people to be free. They want to control you. All evil people want to control others.
That's what I tell people. Everybody always talk. I'm
Thank
like,
you, Rick.
I
got to run, buddy.
Thanks for taking my call.
All right, buddy. 88, no, not 888. Super chat. Super chat.
Jim in Alaska answering the biblical question, has the Christ resurrected
in you?
Jesus never had to resurrect in me because I believe Jesus has always been with me, and it was just me having my eyes closed to him and God. Thanks for the weekly BQs, Jesse.
You're welcome. Amazing. And I'll put my 2 cents in on Sunday. Thank you.
Nice. Jamie, show me someone without an ego, and I'll show you a loser, Donald Trump.
Amazing. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Clay Blob, Jesse, please read 1 John 2, verses 20 to 23. Your forbidden emoji or wrong emoji or something about that.
Okay, thank you.
We'll have to check that out, I guess.
Absolutely.
And then thank you, Clay Bob, as always. Go Gus gifted a subscription to Barrett on the JLP Peterson YouTube channel.
Right on. Thank you.
On Rumble.
Yeah.
Nikki313 Cora, one of the best pieces of advice I've ever received, was so simple yet filled with love and wisdom. It's simply keep quiet. Quiet praying hands.
Stay with it, stay with it, stay with it, Cora. Don't give up.
Brian R. I live in Louisville, and Stewart, Mississippi is one of the worst in the district. Or Stewart Middle School or something? Yeah, Stewart Middle School. One of the worst in the district. My home school son tried the best public middle school for the experience. Pulled him out after 1 month. Louisville is a mess. What a
mess. Thank you. What a mess.
That's that Louisville, Kentucky 8th grader.
Oh,
angry gay kid.
Amazing. Thank you.
Very nice. And thank you guys. Let me just double check over on Cash App. Make sure nothing slips by me. It looks like we're all clear on Cash App, as well as Buy Me a Coffee, as well as Rumble, y'all. Thank you, guys. I do believe that is all for now.
Amazing. Thank you. Listen, folks, you were created so that God can bring love into the earth through you, to love one another, love God, and love your enemy. Love yourself. Don't hate. Drop the anger. Forgive your mothers. And forgive your fathers for not protecting you from the mothers. And the spirit of anger, which is evil, will be taken away from you. And this I promise you, not by me, but God. Because anyone that has anger is evil. You have no love. And you can overcome that, but you got to forgive. Go to your mother. She couldn't help herself. Her mother did it to her. Go to your father. His mother did it to him. And forgive, and then you will have an amazing life. Everything will change. All right? Do the silent prayer, rebuildingtheman.com/silent prayer. Thanks for your support. The Hate Report is coming up now. And to the rest of the callers, I am completely out of time. After the Hate Report, the American Anchor, baby. Have a good one.
The views, information, thoughts, and opinions expressed during this show are the individual's own and do not represent the views, thoughts, and opinions of the JLP Network or Bond. Their appearance on the program does not imply an endorsement of them or any entity they represent. The material and information presented here is for general information purposes only. The JLP Network and Bond name and all forms and abbreviations are the property of its owner, and its use does not imply endorsement of or opposition to any specific organization, product, or service.
So, here's what I recommend. I invite you to download my silent prayer.
I know some people have called in and they wonder if the silent prayer is working. And I just want to take a second and to tell them that it works. You just have to stick with it.
Yeah.
That's the first thing I started doing before I even forgave my parents. And I was so depressed and suicidal at some times that I just would have to stop in the middle of my job or whatever I was doing and go into the silent prayer. And it really does help. Like, I don't have those anymore.
Amazing. You haven't seen anything yet. Doubt every thought. Bring every thought into captivity. Just let them all pass. Don't judge them. You haven't seen anything. It gets better and better and better and easier, easier, easier. So my gift to you, no charge, at rebuildingtheman.com/church.